be.
Well, Greg, you're an old point guard who won a national championship, and I want to hear your take on what to watch for as you see the 5 freshman starters for Kentucky and the Wichita State 5, led by Cleanthony Early, who gives them 16 points a game. Take a look at the officials, Stuart Reed and Gaffney, and what is it we'll be looking for as far as not just dribbling it, but what are you looking for out of Andrew Harrison early?
Well, tempo is going to be big in this game. You know, both teams are terrific defensively. Kentucky not as efficient in the open floor as they're probably going to need to be today. And that's why Harrison's going to be big. His ability to get them easy baskets in the open floor is going to be critical.
This is Colby out to Early. And Baker. It's a physical team from Kentucky. Young, but strong and tremendous size. Every starter at least 6'6".
And discipline is going to be big here because they're going to have to play a lot of possessions like that one late in the shot clock because Wichita State really won't force a lot of bad decisions in the half court.
Van Vliet was the one who fired the 3. Randall rebounded it, and here is Andrew Harrison. And James Young, who Wichita State believes is the guy to watch.
And Jim, watch this matchup with Harrison and Van Vliet. Van Vliet not as big or as physical, but savvy and crafty in terms of anticipation.
4 on the shot clock. Aaron Harrison, the twin brother who led them the other night much of the way, had 18 in the game against Kansas State. Down low, they go to Colby. Kadeem Colby, he's off the mark. And Young is pulled down by Cotton for the foul.
And a really good start for the young Wildcats. Good execution in the half-court offensively. Solid and sound defensively as well.
And solid and sound. That could describe Greg Marshall's program. The exceptional coach in his 7th year. He won in NIT in 11. Took him to the tournament with 27 wins in 12. And then a year ago, went through the West and went to the Final Four. And now Kentucky is forced into a turnover. And then you got Coach Cal, one of only 2 coaches to lead 3 different schools to the Final Four. Calipari and Rick Pitino. 10 Sweet 16s and 4 Final Fours in his career across UMass, Memphis, and Kentucky. Early jumper, no. Wichita State's missed his first 3. And Harrison driving with the left hand, puts it up and in.
And that right there, we talked about those transition opportunities. Who takes advantage of them, I think, is going to be big today, and that's a terrific job by Harrison in the open floor.
And Harrison not showing any effects here at the start. It's Baker. Baker hits the shot, and it's a 3.
I tell you, I'm getting goosebumps watching this. This is one of those games, you know, those seminal games that you really hope to get an opportunity to be a part of. Kentucky, they faced adversity all season long. In Wichita State, they faced doubt in terms of being undefeated and whether or not they're worthy of a 1 seed.
They face doubt all the way right up to tip-off. I mean, it's out there, and they know it, and they're using it to their advantage.
That's a great point, and that's something Greg Marshall has talked about. They play with a chip on their shoulder because everyone wants to doubt the validation in terms of whether or not they're that good. And that's a great example there. Defensively, 5-on-5, they're solid. They force you into a lot of difficult shots.
Yeah, Randall had to take it to beat the shot clock. And here's Randall, almost coming away with it. Van Vliet on the floor is Early. And that's last bounce off the hands of Dakari Johnson that belongs to Wichita State.
And for me here, Andrew Harrison, he is as good as anybody at using his size. Even though he's only a freshman, he really understands angles. And he's not going to ever blow by you. He's going to get his shoulder into your chest and use his size to play over you.
Speaking of size, the Shockers bring in some size. And Shadrach Lufiel, who had good minutes on Friday night in a lopsided win over Cal Poly. Here he is, working on a freshman, and he scored.
when you look at Wichita State that surprises you, folks. They are physical. They have great size on that front line. And they also, again, they execute so well in the half court.
Get it down low to Randall, working on early, and spins out. Van Vliet comes out with it. Pull up three, no. Baker crashes in and loses the handle. Back to the Wildcats.
And you talked about that experience. You've got the senior working on the freshman. Nice little swipe through there. Then the pump fake sets him and able to finish in traffic.
Harrison now handling the ball. Drives in.
There you go
and
again.
Puts it in.
Another example, just understanding angles and utilizing size on that possession.
It's interesting, they took Andrew Harrison out, put Poitras in. And there is Lufiel. We said he came up big Friday night. He could be the X factor for this team, the unexpected star. Coming off the bench with a quick four.
Well, he's come into the game. He's given them a spark, and the Shockers and Wildcats in a heavyweight battle. And folks, take a look right here. I'm circling that because this is early offense. They're going to go big on big screen here early in the offense. And you see right here, just take a look at Randall. He's got to show help here when Dakari gets screened. He doesn't recognize that Dakari Johnson can't get through that. That's early offense, and that's something Wichita State is very good at.
So Lufiel will have the free throw attempt. The foul on Johnson, his first. And the senior unable to get the three-point play. Andrew Harrison back out there. This is James Young. Ball on the floor. Put back by Poitras.
And you talked about Lufiel. I think Poitras could be that kind of player in terms of an X factor for Kentucky. Great energy, and when he gets an early basket, he seems to be far more engaged defensively.
That one will do it for him, no doubt. And Early is on the board. Lee Anthony Early, their top scorer, averaging 16 a game.
Look at Cotton working on James Young, just not allowing them to catch it where they want to offensively, but you're going to see a lot of this double stack high post offense from Kentucky. They work the clock, then they try to really take advantage late in the shot clock.
Willie Cauley-Stein on the floor for Kentucky. 2 to shoot. Poitras, and Wichita State D's it up.
Yeah, and that's, again, a lot of this game, I think, is going to come down to which team executes best late in the shot clock. And that was a great example defensively of not having to break down. It's really difficult to defend 30 seconds in the shot clock and then not break down at the end. That was a solid job by the Shockers.
Nick Wiggins comes onto the floor. Onto the same floor which his brother exited about 40 minutes ago in defeat. Andrew Wiggins and the Jayhawks eliminated earlier today. Nick, the senior on this Wichita State team, and Baker was trying to send it down there on a bounce pass that was kicked out by Harrison.
You know, we talk a lot about Wichita State, and you see Nick Wiggins there, and what makes them good. They're an excellent screening team as well. That's something that doesn't show up statistically, but they do a great job of setting screens and creating opportunities in the half court.
Lufiel driving on Cauley-Stein, and loose ball tied up, and it'll go to Kentucky. Coke Zero wants to know, are you a real fan? Hashtag prove it. Visit the Coke Zero social arena in March Madness Live.
Great effort there. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's going to be important too. A terrific shot blocker an energy guy at 7 feet, and also that tremendous lateral quickness to defend out on the perimeter. Wichita State's going to a zone here,
which Aaron Harrison beats from the wing with a three.
And that's sometimes all you need when you're Kentucky, to see a few shots go in early to get your confidence.
Aaron Harrison, 3 out of 3 from the field. Got 7 of their 11. Meanwhile, Lufield, 3 players around him, and Cauley Stein does what he does best. Blocks it. Over 100 on the season. Randall to Young, and Young. It's another 3 for the Wildcats.
That's already 3 triples, or 2 triples, I should say, in the game for Kentucky.
Baker drives in and is fouled by Aaron Harrison.
Well, I tell you what a great start to this game. The energy, and both teams making plays on both ends. And Ron Baker, folks, is really good with the basketball. He's one of those guys, he's a terrific shooter, but he's also really good as a playmaker from that wing position.
They'll bring back in the starter, Colby. Lufield gave him good minutes off the bench. Baker, chance at a 3-point play. Evan Wessel comes in, his family steeped in Wichita State athletic history. His grandfather played basketball at the school. His dad was a football player. Here's Baker, who started his 50th game of his Wichita State career on Friday. He's 48-2. Only losing in last year's Missouri Valley Conference tournament final and last year's Final Four. All the rest wins.
And you know, I'm always watching Julius Randle in terms of his activity. And while he's 0 for 2 from the floor, he does have 3 assists and 2 rebounds, which tells you he's not forcing the game. Really good sign for the Wildcats.
Randle. It's Harrison driving. I see no effects of that hyperextended elbow.
Not at all, and you don't think they're ready for the challenge. And what I like is they're taking the shots they want to take, not what the defense is trying to force.
It's Wiggins. Wide of that mark. Randle pushes it up the floor to Harrison, who has not missed until now. And Baker already scored on 1 dribble drive. Gives it up to Wiggins. Wiggins fouled on the way in. Cauley Stein. Oh, they both couldn't wait to face this opponent today. Shockers wanted a piece of Kentucky, and the Wildcats want to end that undefeated season here in performance of the day.
So they have grown quite a bit, both Aaron and Andrew, over the course of the season, and this game will see just how much they've grown moving forward.
Nick Wiggins at the line to shoot 2. Averages 5 points a game. Shockers right now without Early on the floor.
Or Van Vliet. Or Cotton, for that matter.
Yeah, they got 3 subs. They're going to make some changes if he makes this free throw right here. And they got them both. Going to bring back in Clee Early and Takale Cotton.
And early on, I made the point about Randall, about how good he's been at being under control here early on. And now that you've gotten the Harrisons involved, let's see if he can now start to put an imprint on the game in terms of his offense. He's got a mismatch with Wessel on him. Let's see if Kentucky can take advantage.
Randall's put up 2 shots, missed them both. 1 from beyond the arc. He's going to try to exploit that matchup. And Wessel, a little too much aggression, trying to battle him for position. Van Vliet returns for Baker.
And these are the moments and stretches of the game where Wichita State undersized at certain positions. Can Kentucky take advantage, or do they become wasted opportunities?
Again, it's Randall and Russell, and that's 2 consecutive calls against Wessel.
And see, Russell's got to understand, he's done his job. Look how far out he's got to go catch the ball right there. If you've made him catch it there as a defender, you've done your job, because now your help defense can play a factor. You don't have to keep battling. You're just trying to make it where he can't just catch and go.
2 fouls in 10 seconds. Against this zone. Harrison to Harrison. And Andrew steps inside, sends it back out, and Randall comes in, and he's denied. What a block that was by Carter. Clean.
It's a nice play by Darius Carter. He's got 27 blocks on the year, but a little bit of risk, but good effort there to prevent the basket.
And a hand in there as Randall was making the drive, and it's called on Cotton.
And you look at it statistically, Randall hasn't scored, but look at the impact he's had. He's already drawn 3 fouls in the last possession, in essence, alone. So you're getting your team closer to the bonus, and you've also changed the rotation for Wichita State.
That call is actually switched over to Van Vliet. His first. Double up on Randall, soft double, back out, Andrew Harrison. All the question marks coming in. Would he be able to play? And he's got 7 points, and he's 3 out of 3 from the field. And Randall has 4 assists.
Yes, and that's right there, using his talent to make his teammates better.
It's Wiggins working that baseline, outside to Cotton, and he swishes home the 3.
Baseline drive by Wiggins, baseline drift by Cotton for the triple. They've been going some zone. Looks like they've gone back to the man-to-man again, just trying to mix the defenses up.
Van Vliet almost came away with the theft. Aaron Harrison. And it's Cotton. Driving in, almost dropped.
What energy in this game right now. These kids are competing. Look at the effort there to hustle. And then Cotton with the steal. And a good job by Harrison, really, to prevent the basket. Just did enough to bother him where he couldn't get the finish.
Foul on Andrew Harrison first. And this young man at the line, junior from the Atlanta area, Marietta, to Cale Cotton. He's become, you hang around this locker room a little bit, he's become a real leader on this team. And he's been stressing to his teammates the need to embrace the moment.
No doubt about it. Defensive player of the year in his conference, and you're seeing some wholesale substitution. Polson coming in, and he's going to be critical because he plays much bigger than his 6'3" size, and that's going to have to be important when you look at the size on the perimeter for Kentucky. Young 6'6", the Harrison twins 6'6", and so his impact on that end is going to be big.
Kentucky had a 4-point lead, its biggest, and now the Shockers have moved back ahead by 1. Dakari Johnson is back in. Ball on the floor. It's Van Vliet. Van Vliet feeds the top by Carter.
Oh, how about the misdemeanor by Van Vliet? And the finish by the big fella. this play. Fred VanVleet has been timing the dribble of Andrew Harrison, and that's what you have to do as a smaller player. He's not going to be able to deal with that size. You can see there, he's been getting a rhythm to how Andrew Harrison runs off those pick and rolls. Now you want to see if Andrew Harrison can make the adjustment. Okay, all right, VanVleet, you figured out my A move. Now I got to go to plan B in order to be able to attack you offensively.
Back off the pressure, and VanVleet will pick him up here in the front court. A 7-point run by the Shockers. Young got caught, got it back. Tough shot, got it to go. He can do that.
He sure can. He did it against Kansas State, hit some really tough shots. He has an ability to make shots under duress. Really, the Harrison twins as well.
Ten on the shot clock. And now VanVleet goes past Randall and makes the floater.
You know, what a heady play, too, because they were running a lot of pick and roll action, and Calipari switching those. That time you saw Randall get isolated on VanVleet, and he was able to take advantage.